Welcome to Nina Designs, where beautiful jewelry begins. Today we're going to make a lovely leather stud bracelet. To accomplish this project, you need a 15 centimeter length of 2 centimeter wide deer hide leather, a 15 centimeter length of 1 centimeter wide deer hide leather, about a 14-inch length of deer hide cord, a silver clasp, some 4 millimeter crimp covers, a pair of pliers, and a leather punch, as well as a pair of scissors. So let's begin. We want to start by marking our 1 centimeter leather strip, starting from about half a centimeter from the end at 2 centimeter intervals. If you have a larger wrist, you can adjust the length. This is going to make about a 6.5 inch cuff, but you want to start and end your marks about half a centimeter from the tips, because those points are going to be crucial in holding the structure of the bracelet together. Remember, leather bracelets do stretch, so you want to start out with a snug one. Now we're going to punch holes. We've laid the thin strip on top of the wider strip, and we're going to punch holes where we've marked the thin strip. We're using the second to largest punch hole on the leather puncher, which makes about a 4 millimeter hole. And we'll work our way down until we've punched out all the little marks. It does take a little bit of muscle to get through both pieces of leather, but it is possible, so just hang in there. And you just want to be sure you're aligning the thin strip centered on the large strip when you punch your hole. After we have all of the holes punched out, we're going to lay them down and make sure that our holes are clear. We probably have to pull the little circular punch pieces out from the larger piece of leather that was on the bottom. And you just work your way through clearing out those holes. So once those holes are clear, we're going to stack the two pieces of leather again. Then we're going to take our cord and thread it through one side of our clasp. We're going to draw about 4 inches through. That's going to go around the back side of our bracelet. And we're going to take the crimp covers, and we need to, even though they come open, we need to open them just a little bit more. So we stick the tip of our pliers inside and gently coax the crimp cover open a bit. The reason it needs to be wider is that it has to fit around the cord 2 times. So first we're going to slip the cord in to the crimp cover, and then push it through the first set of holes on our leather strip. And then we're going to take the back end, the 4-inch end of the leather cord, and we're going to draw it around the top tip of the bracelet and nudge it inside the crimp cover from the back. And that's what secures the bracelet in place, the clasp and the 2 strips of leather. And then just close up that crimp cover with your plier. So you can see we're off to a good start. That first crimp is the hardest. And we're going to repeat that step now with the second, through the second hole. We put the crimp through the cord, then push it through the hole in the 2 strips of leather, and then put the back cord through before we close the crimp. So once we've completed 4 of the crimps, we're going to start on the other side, and we're going to thread our cord through the other side of the clasp. And you do need to be mindful if you're going front to back or back to front, depending on what clasp you're using and how your clasp needs to lay when your bracelet is complete and you close the clasp. So just take a moment to make sure it's lined up correctly. And then we're going to repeat the process we did on the other side, where we wrap the cord around the tip of the bracelet, and then we're going to use the very first set of holes and put the crimp through the cord and then through the holes. And then draw the cord around the tip and put it through from the back side to secure all the pieces of leather in place. Now we're doing our final crimp. Before the keystone crimp, where we're going to put around the back side, we're going to put both ends from each side of the clasp through the very, very last crimp so that it ends nicely. And all we have to do now is trim those ends. And there you have it, a beautiful stud bracelet. And as you get more comfortable, you can experiment with all sorts of colors and adding more rows to create geometric patterns. So have a blast and visit us at ninadesigns.com for all the supplies you need to make this project. See you there.